Today we're going to be starting our first official month of professional football. Last time round we got off to a good start in the career mode, getting ourselves one trophy and a goal, and I think an assist that I did not count to start off our journey into becoming the GOAT of PSG and beating Mbappe's stats. Yeah, the goal and assist tally looks so far away, even the trophies, but you know what, we focus on the lens game because we know a good outing here could make this career mode that little bit easier. And it's only fitting and a bit poetic that the way we get announced into professional football is by receiving a crunching tackle when we get our first ever touch in professional football. Now I'm not too upset because knowing the playstyle I'm going for, aside from counter-attacking runs, I am going to be dribbling a lot, and let's just say tackles like that are dribblers' tax. Neymar knows a lot about stuff like that. But yeah, so far heading into this game against Lens, my main objective was to take advantage of the finesse shot playstyle that I unlocked for myself. And also, when I get my second playstyle unlocked, please comment down below which one I should choose. But yeah, for now in the Lens game, I was basically just out here trying to do my best, trying to take shots. The goalkeeper was pretty good for the first half. It's either that or I'm just not good enough at shooting. But even if I lack that shooting quality, it definitely didn't stop me from trying. And eventually, thankfully, by a corner, we as PSG, as a team, were able to get a goal. The most unlikely way to score is an Ousmane Dembele header that doesn't even get awarded to him. It was in fact an own goal. And then from there, I did the usual stuff that I'm going to try to do in this career mode. Make runs, try to dribble past players and try to do that to open up some space for shots. Sometimes it comes off. In this game, a lot of the time, it's not coming off. Again, I'm just trying to play my role as a winger. And I'm going to be honest, I'm trying to get as many shots on target as possible. Because you know what they say, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. But then again, we do have to admit that I'm really struggling to score against this goalkeeper. I don't know how Dembele did it, because I might have to ask him when it heads to half-time. Because thankfully we are heading into half-time, and like I said, I can ask him for some tips on how the hell do I score against this Lens goalkeeper. We're not having a bad performance per se, we are positively affecting the game, but one person, our teammate in Donnarumma, we can't say the same for him, especially after this highlight.
All over the top, but it might still be able to do a bit of damage. And in at the second.
And you know what, I'm putting my hands up and saying the less we say about that, the better. Because he's not the one getting subbed off, it is the 70th minute, it is a bit late for a 16-year-old, and Luis Enrique was like, you know what, let's hook Diallo, let's put in Lee Kang in, and in the end that led us to a 1-1 draw. Not horrible, but as PSG, as a team that's going to challenge for the title, that's not the best result. But you know what, up next is Toulouse, that's my second game of the month, and heading into this one, eyes are on me because I was this big kid in preseason scoring a bicycle kick. But now heading into professional football, I'm struggling. So yeah, let's just say if I don't get the goal today, it's going to put me in a spot of trouble with the media and also with the objective in general. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Donnarumma is having himself a good month. To be honest, it is a tough shot to save, and we can blame defenders for not closing this guy down. But once again, I really would have hoped that Donnarumma would have found some way to save that. But not to worry, because two sides play football, and thankfully I finally got the chance to score my first goal of the season.
And it's a goal for Paris to square this game.
It's definitely a big goal for the career mode, and it shows the play style. Just run through the defense, get into a 1v1 and take the 1v1. But you know what, I don't feel like ending at just one goal. And you know what, I'm a bit of a dribbler, and I was thinking, let me see if I can get myself another one. So here in the box, take the chance to shoot, but I think we're about to have another problem with the goalkeeper. This time it's with Toulouse. And fun fact for those running in this episode, we did face off against them to win our first trophy, and it was a 5-1 thrashing. So I'm really hoping for the same type of result over here, but looking at how it's going, that's definitely not how it's going to be. But focusing back on the game, in the 35th minute, we do have another counter-attack. I'm given a lot of space to run into, and as a footballer, as a winger, I love running, and I only had one goal in mind. Try to cross it in, but of course cut inside to my stronger foot, get the ball back, again try to cross it in. I was hoping Zaire-Emery would kind of shield the ball before shooting it, but thankfully, later on in this attack, we did have another chance at the goal of Toulouse. I saw Dembele at the corner of my eye, laid it off to him. Maybe it'll be our first assist. Or maybe not. Maybe not, but we do head into halftime. We are the dominant force in this game, despite conceding first. But heading into the second half, we are keeping up the dominance, and on the ball is Carlos Soler. He sees me, great pass from him. Probably should have just cut inside and shot immediately instead of trying to dribble a little bit more, but we will learn our lesson from that. We are going to try to hug this defensive line once more, hoping for a cross. They ignore us, and it's an amazing header, an unlikely way to score for Lamine Diallo. And with 2 goals in the bag, why not grab a saucy third one?
He's got to score! And a goal to seal the hat-trick! A masterclass in finishing! Just can't stop him today!
And you know what, boys? That's a proper good performance. Considering how it went in the last game, the struggles we had, I'll take the hat-trick. Even though I had the chance to score my 4th, I think Luis Enrique is going to take the hat-trick as well, as he does hook me once more for Lee Kang-in. Thankfully, it's going to be on a bit of a more of a positive note, and thankfully PSG is able to hold on to the lead that I gave them, beating Toulouse 3-1. And now in the final game of the episode and the final game of my first month in professional football, we face off against RC Lens. It's about a week after our hat-trick and taking home our first ever match ball in our first ever month. But now the question is, can we continue that form? Well, thankfully for me, it's going to be a nice, beautiful evening in Paris, in the park. It's kicked off and underway, and I'm going to be honest, it was a bit of a struggle for me dribbling-wise. But I was like, you know what, if I'm not going to dribble, I might as well just rely on Nuno Mensch. We are having to build a bit of chemistry there, as he's going to overlap me a few times. And when he does overlap and he does make mistakes on the attack, it does lead to situations where they basically get free reign in their left wing. And I don't know, man, it's happening again and again, and it's forcing Donnarumma into saves. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Nuno has to start considering to just lay off the overlaps a little bit, because eventually we are going to concede. That was just a bit of a warning shot. Thankfully it was offside. Once more though, I was like, you know what, let me carry this ball through the midfield, switching roles into midfield, trying to find Nuno. Thankfully I am able to. If he can just cross the ball in, or maybe cut it inside, whichever one works, as long as we get the goal, we are going to be pretty happy with that one. 30 minutes in, Carlos Soler, one of our better players in midfield, is able to give us a goal. Now after that, I wish I could tell you that I could get a goal or an assist of my own, but nope. After that, Lens did keep the defensive line tight, and we headed into half-time. 1-0 up though, no complaints. I had a word with Donnarumma telling him to, you know, just keep the hands tight, keep it calm at the back, you know. Don't need another Lorient situation. And you know what, heading into the second half, I was on a bit of a mission. Nice hold up here from Goncalo Ramos, puts me in, and it was a golden opportunity, but the post. The darn post. But you know what, I was like, I'm not going to let that slide. So with one more chance, a bit of a tight angle, and I'm not sure how I was able to get that shot off myself. But you know what, we don't complain. I get the shot off for myself as well. And yeah, that's a goal. And I think, you know what, honestly, I was feeling a bit tired. I was like, Luis, I think I'm ready to come off, but it doesn't take me off just yet. I do try to fight for the ball here, take it away from the defenders. I give it to Kolo Muani, and let's just say it was about time I got an assist for once. And again, looking at my stats in the squad hub, I do have 2 assists. I only counted once throughout the editing, but apparently I have 2 of them. Don't know where the second one popped up from, but hey, we're gonna count it. And finally, Luis Enrique does take me off. It's been a good month so far. Rocky started at the first game, but from there we were able to win our next 2 games 3-1. Surprisingly, it doesn't take us up to first place. Maybe unsurprisingly, because, you know, it is Ligue 1 and it is very possible for teams to win their first 3 games on the bounce. But hey, outside of that, we are getting a bit of recognition from the media, and now we're being called into our own interview with Luis Enrique. Yeah, it seems like this next Mbappe hype is looking pretty darn real, and the question is, how am I going to be able to handle it heading into future episodes? This is how we summarize our stats though. 5 goals, 2 assists, 1 trophy. Again, still a long way away from Mbappe, but we'll be sure to take it one step at a time.